Hey, what's up everyone, this is Ensportugal here, and today I'll be doing the second video on showing you my ant colony collection. Now, first of all, I want to say that if you have liked the content that I have been making, if you have enjoyed what I have been posting on this channel, I want you to leave a like on this video. I want you to share my channel, I really want my channel to grow, and I want you to share if you like what I'm doing. Share with everyone you know that would like it, and try getting my channel to grow. That would be very important to me, and thank you for watching. Now, let's jump into what we're going to do today. And last time, we left off by ending the Camponotus genus that I currently own. Now, we'll jump into a new genus. This genus I have not covered in any ant care species guide, and the genus is Phaidole. Phaidole are usually small ants that can actually produce very big majors compared to the size of the workers. I have two colonies of Phaidole. The first one is in this little test tube, and they are very, very small. This is Phaidole flavaria, and they have 3 majors and like 20 workers or so, but they are very, very small ants, and they live within this dry cotton piece that I've placed inside, so they're very hard to film or to take photos of. They will be an impressive colony and very cute colony and very easy to take care of later on, but now they're very fragile and a little bit needy when it comes to requirements so that they stay alive long term. This colony actually has 2 queens, and most of Phaidoles can be polygynous, and this one is no exception. Now this one, I know it isn't an exception, because I've seen colonies of this ant with more than 1 queen, and I have seen big colonies of this species, but I do not know which species it is. This queen was captured somewhere in the summer, and it is from Sri Lanka, I think. This queen has a big batch of eggs, and none of them have turned into larvae yet, and she only started to create big. She started to create a little small amounts of eggs, and then she ate them. And one time I tried to feed her, and she raised a very big amount of eggs. And now I feed her as if she were a semi-claustral, which she supposedly isn't, but she's raising the eggs just fine, and I hope they turn into larvae and they give me the nice colony of Phaidole that this queen can actually produce. She's very small as well, a little bit bigger than the queens from Phaidolis flavaria. So I hope the majors of this one are a little bit bigger, but she's still very small and she's still very hard to film. Now, moving on to a different genus, this time we'll be talking about Chromatogaster. Now, Chromatogaster, I actually caught this queen that you see living in this tube about, I think, somewhere around September or late August, I don't know. She lived in one of those test tubes right there, and one time I forgot my light pointing at the setup, and the whole colony moved to the tube, and now they don't move out of the tube, even with light. They like it, and it's okay because they're thriving. They are going very fast, and they're having lots of broods and lots of workers. I mean, this colony last week had half the population. Now they have, I'd say, 25 workers, and they are doing just fine. They're doing perfect. They have a very healthy pile of brood, a couple of pupae where you can see the queen in the tube on the left. And also they love to eat. They're very eager to jump on everything, either sweet or insects that I put inside. And they are very good to take care of, very good to watch, and very fast growing for what I have found. I do not know the species of this one because I've caught the queen myself. In this case, it's because I have caught the queen myself. Now, moving on, we have the last 2 species, which just happen to be the 2 biggest colonies I have at the moment that I'm recording this video. This will change eventually with different growing spurs and different explosions in population, and but basically the 2 ones that are left are probably the most the most interesting ones to make videos on, and these are Pristomyrmex pungens. I talked to you about this species when I made the videos about Pristomyrmex punctatus, because I thought I was getting a colony of Pristomyrmex punctatus, and I actually wasn't. I was going to get Pristomyrmex pungens, but I did all the research I had on Pristomyrmex punctatus. And now I have pungens, but it's okay because they're basically the same, just pungens cannot have their ergatoid queens that Pristomyrmex punctatus can. So it's basically the same when it comes to care, and they're living in this cube outworld. Now, when I took this picture, they had just moved in, so they were a little compact on those 2 or 3 chambers right there. But nowadays, when I'm actually recording the audio, it's 2 days after I took the pics now, and they occupy 6 chambers, and I don't know if they have brood yet, because the chambers actually are a little bit dirty, and well, it's not dirty. They have some pieces of stones and a little bits of sand, and white stone and white sand, so I don't know which is egg, which is sand. They had no brood when they were in the test tube, but I hope they have been able to move on and to actually start creating new workers. This would be perfect, and they are very eager to jump on food. They are always exploring the outworld, although you cannot see them very well because of the color. But when they jump on to... Well, I keep saying jumping, but these ants do not jump. When they crawl onto mealworm piece or a little cup with honey or sugar honey water, they actually swarm everything that I put inside. In about half an hour, they'll be swarming it, and it's very fun to see. Now, these guys, I have had a little bit of an escaping issue. That's why I changed them to this more closed-up setup, and they're doing great at the moment. And now to my last species, which is actually Polyrhachis dives, or dives. In these videos I don't get Jeff to do every single ant species that I name, because it's too hard on him and he needs to rest his voice. So I'll be calling them Polyrhachis dives for the moment. These guys are weaver ants. They normally nest close to the ground, but they usually also happen to live near trees. So whether they nest on the tree or on the ground, they are used to climbing, and they're very adept climbers. So I have to have this big baby powder barrier, and I purposely bought a small aquarium made of glass with round edges to make it super hard for them to escape. They are doing really well. They have no larvae, as all brood has died in shipping. Yeah, I have bought this species, and now they have, I think, started to lay some eggs. I can see some of the eggs inside. This species actually has this colony actually has 3 queens living inside of that test tube right there, and they're very eager to quickly swarm anything that I put inside. And sometimes they get a little bit frightened of whatever it is, and they just, almost all of them, rush out of the test tube and run around, and they have not started building anything, and they have not started to bring any building materials into the test tube. So I'm almost sure that they have no larvae present. If they had, they probably be building a more proper nest than the test tube they are living in, because that's too tight of a space. I have already given them another test tube that I can move into, or have 2 nests, and they haven't used it. So I hope that they can lay eggs and take care of eggs in that one, and then build with their larvae a bigger expansion to where they can live and where they can thrive. This colony will be great to watch, because the workers are not very small. They're not Campanotus big, but they are not Phydolis small, or Pristomyrmex pungens small. They are very funny, and they are very active. This is like the most active species I currently own, I think. And they are always roaming around, always looking for food, and it's very, very they are very curious. Then they are always going to defense pose, and if they get on my tongues, they'll be biting them non-stop, and they'll be dropping formic acid all over the tongues, and it's very, very cool to see how they react to every stimulus that I can give them. And it will be very fun to make videos on them, because they'll be building great architectures, great pieces of architecture, and also they'll be very interesting to watch feed and develop as a colony, because they'll probably develop fast because they're tropical and they have 3 queens. Yep, so that's it, guys. I hope you have liked this video. I said maybe there would be 3 videos, but actually I was faster than I expected. I actually recorded this once last week, and it took me half an hour, so it makes sense that the 2 videos put together take actually half an hour. It's okay, it's fine. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like what I'm doing. Leave a like if you did, leave a comment if you have any questions or anything to add to what I've been saying, and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this channel with everyone you know, and see you in the next time. Bye bye.